Hey guys, I'm back again. Day 33 of my weight loss journey, and I didn't bring my earbuds today, so the audio is probably going to sound like absolute butt. I'm out here today in the Nike Epic React Flyknit 2s, I believe. In my last video, I had mentioned that we were expecting snow, and boy did we get it. We got about 14 inches in some areas, and it is still on the ground. Temperatures have been down, not too much has melted off, and it's covered the tracks completely. Right now it's 26 degrees, wind chill is 14. This is the first day I've been able to really get out in this, other than when I took my boy sleigh riding. Some more geese over there, flying the opposite direction right now, heading south currently. The snow has really hindered things for me. It's kind of thrown everything off track, and I tried not to use it as an excuse, but it was hard to find the motivation to go downstairs and get on the exercise bike and treadmill and stuff. I just enjoy being out in nature a lot better. I haven't been overeating like crazy, but I've snacked more throughout just because I haven't been as active, and it just kind of wrecked everything. Like I had like a half a pack of M&Ms one night, and then the next night I finished it, and it's just everything's just little snacks here and there that really have been uncharacteristic for the weight loss journey, you know. On my last weigh-in, I weighed in at 256.1, I believe, and that was down like 1.9 pounds, something like that. And I think, considering, you know, everything, I mean, that's a perfectly good weight loss, and if I can register weight loss like that consistently, then I'm still meeting my goals. Hopefully I can still accomplish the same for this week's weight loss weigh-in as well. I don't know how it is in your area, but here I guess everyone's feeling some cabin fever, as they've all pretty much conglomerated in this one area that has really the only paved area that's had the snow cleared. Everything else is still snow covered, and as a result, it's kind of resulted in just everybody kind of coming to this one place to conglomerate, you know. Just getting back to the shoes, they feel really great as far as the uppers are concerned. Really nice sock-like fit, and I love these styles of shoes, and they're kind of like a quintessential dad shoe, just in terms of just that sock-like fit. It's nice. You don't have to stress putting it on. You just slide it in, basically. It's pretty awesome. The shoe is narrow, but you can see that it flares out near the toe box, and so it is not too constrictive or too tight. It's just snug in all the right places. I don't know why, but I guess with the name Epic React, I was expecting a lot more of a pronounced cushion than, say, even the I believe it's the Infinity runs that I was running in the last one of the time. Not running, but walking in the last time. And I can say that shoe, whatever they were, the other React shoes, were much more pronounced in terms of the cushion. These are, they have more of a neutral feel. The heel to toe drop is more neutral as well, so it's not exactly a flat shoe, but it does not have quite as much of a curvature there. As I've stated in the past, I'm dealing with quite a bit of plantar fasciitis in the left heel, and this week has been really good for kind of rehabbing it, but it certainly didn't go away, and even right now I'm feeling some of that in this shoe. I've been trying to research the condition, and what I found is that there's so much variation on the advice that these doctors are giving and how to treat it, and just ridiculous. So I think the only thing that you can accurately say is that they haven't fully yet figured this thing out yet. A solution that might work for someone may not work for someone else. So here's what I know about it so far. The injury happened because I'm fat and I'm old, and then all of a sudden I increased my activity to a point which my feet could not handle. And there's a bunch of differing information within the medical industry on how to treat it. I've seen a lot of advice that says that the soft shoes the person wears, and orthotics could be hindering the healing of the plantar fascia, and that I should be moving towards a zero drop shoe and barefoot shoes, and I'm sure that's fantastic advice until I step my freaking heel down on the ground and I want to die. So, nah, I'm not doing that. I recently learned that a family member had previously had a plantar fascia problem, and they eventually went to podiatrist, got custom orthotics, and with time, about a year, the problem went away on its own. To my knowledge, there were no other changes to the footwear that he had made. It was just that he used an orthotic to relieve the pressure off the fascia, and then it healed properly. So I've been trying probably about 8 different orthotics, and some of them were based or foam based, some of them were arch support based but very rigid, and some they had the arch support and they offered some gel, and then others were just like basic gel insoles. So I've tried a bunch of different ones. After all of the trial and error, I do think I found something that is working for me, and that is I have a really high arch, so they were made by Air Plus. It's just, I guess, some generic brand, but it has a rubber or a gel kind of insert in the heel of the foot, and then it has a really high arched rigid board in the midfoot, and that has been fantastic. It's alleviated a lot of pressure. Granted, whenever I'm walking in the house, I typically have to have the shoes on, but sometimes I get lucky and I don't. So it's kind of a mixed bag, but right now I wouldn't be out here today if I didn't have that orthotic in there helping me out. And at least for the time being, the cushioned shoes are the ones I'm definitely going to prefer. With that said, though, this is not a zero drop shoe review channel. That's not what I'm doing. It's not a group of shoes that I've ever wanted to explore or get into, although who knows, maybe one day I will. But as of right now, there's a lot of basketball shoes that I'll be reviewing and taking walks in and stuff, playing some ball in, and that's a big part of what I want to do. So personally, I'm blaming it on all those Nike Air shoes. They are rocks on feet. You have no idea. I know I'm going to end up selling at least 5 pairs. In addition to the orthotic, I'm also experimenting with toe spacers, and it's like this really, really, really thin, rubbery type substance, maybe like a silicone, that fits in between the toes, spreads them out with the idea that it allows better circulation into the area of the plantar fascia. And so the problem there is, once you have those toes spaced out, getting them into a pair of shoes comfortably. And fortunately, with a pair of shoes like this, even though they do narrow in very abruptly near the top of the tip of the toe, the fabric, that Flyknit just kind of allows your toes to spread nicely. So I've been out here walking and there's no discomfort at all with those toe spacers. However, yesterday I was in a pair, I believe I was actually in the other pair of Reacts that I own, and the Infinity runs, and that was a totally different story. It's been 35 minutes into the walk, and I would be completely lying to you if I told you there was zero discomfort in that left foot, but it's not that bad, especially with that orthotic in there. And it is far better than a lot of the other shoes that I've worn and tested. And I feel like this shoe strikes a really great balance between an extremely nimble, lightweight shoe and a cushioned shoe. Awesome, awesome shoe. Tomorrow, one news station is calling from 1 to 3 inches. Another one was calling from 3 to 5 inches. So who freaking knows? But probably tomorrow I'll be snowed out again. Been about 40 minutes now into the walk. And I'm going to have to probably call it after this lap, because I'm noticing a little bit of pain, a little bit of irritation in the forefoot. These shoes are much less cushioned in the front. You can definitely feel that. The heel is fine. And again, I think that it's a perfect minimalist shoe. But for somebody like me, I love these shoes and the way they feel. And I do not like maximalist builds, but even I have to recognize that someone of my size and stature probably needs something more significant be out here with than something like these right now. If I lose 30, 40 pounds, that's a completely different story. Well, that about wraps it up. Thank you guys for dropping by again. Hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Later.